It's not an easy life, but when you can stare death right in the face and you look to each other and you smile and you keep going.
Imagine the thrill of reeling in a massive crab haul, only to face sudden storms that turn the ocean into a dangerous beast. Crew members often find themselves in heated disputes, adding to the tension on the boat.
Get in my face! Do you understand me?
The high seas are full of wild adventures, where every catch could be a jackpot or a disaster.
That's the brotherhood.
Will they overcome these challenges, or will the sea claim another victim? Let us dive into the world of crazy crab fishing industry and the real near-death experiences these brave men had. Big crab catches on the Wizard. Captain Jonathan Hillstrand found that teaming up with Captain Keith on the Wizard was a great move. This partnership, which was a bit of a gamble at the start, turned out to be highly beneficial. With the Wizard leading the charge, they've been pulling in a lot of crabs. Captain Keith Colburn happily reports they've caught 72 crabs, signaling that things on the Wizard are wrapping up well. He mentions they're down to their last pot and will soon be heading back. As the fishing season ends, Captain Keith can boast about having one of the best seasons ever on the Wizard. Captain Hillstrand compliments his crew for their outstanding work, telling them they've done a heroic job. The crew is also pleased with how the season has gone, and they're excited about retrieving a crab pot they've been particularly eager to get. Captain Hillstrand points out a very promising crab pot, confident that it's the jackpot they've been hoping for. He praises his team for a job well done, noting that they've managed to cut down their fishing time significantly compared to last year. In a playful moment, Captain Hillstrand hints to another captain, John, about a surprise he's left in a crab pot.
98 crab in 11 hours. I'm shaking, dude. Thank you.
Which adds a bit of fun to their competitive environment. He shares a warm moment as he talks about a thoughtful gift they received while fishing, which adds a touch of friendliness to their tough daily grind. Captain Hillstrand comments on how his relationship with Captain Keith has improved, observing that beneath Keith's tough exterior lies a reliable and supportive partner. As night falls, the excitement doesn't wane. They keep pulling in impressive amounts of red king crab, affirming the success of their venture. Captain Hillstrand shares thoughts about his heritage and the ongoing hard work. Despite the relentless pace with no time for rest, the mood remains positive as they reap the rewards of their efforts. But wait, there's more. The narrative concludes with Captain Hillstrand appreciating the initially cautious but ultimately rewarding partnership with Captain Keith. Likening their effective teamwork to famous dynamic duos, he's thrilled by the efficiency and fun of the season, hopeful that their good fortune will continue. Meanwhile, Captain Sig Hansen and his crew persist through sleepless nights, determined to fill their tanks with the sought-after red king crabs, keeping up the intense and adventurous spirit of their crab fishing season. Captain Sig Hansen is determined to reach their fishing target and fill the boat with crabs. They're close to meeting their goal, deep into catching red king crab. There's a hefty increase in the Bertie crab quota up next, offering Edgar Hansen a big chance to step up in their family fishing business. Down below, Edgar is battling severe pain. The long and grueling hours on the boat have worsened an existing back injury, causing intense pain that radiates down his arm. Despite this, he keeps quiet about his discomfort, not wanting to burden his brother Sig with the news. Edgar is trying to push through the pain without complaining. This is common among fishermen who often endure physical discomfort in silence rather than speak up. However, the pain peaks when he's sitting in the captain's chair, a role he's been keen to take on, making the situation even more frustrating for him. Just a few days ago, they had a successful haul, nearly catching 200,000 pounds of crab. With the Bertie quota now significantly higher, Sig decided it was Edgar's time to show what he could handle, giving him more responsibility in the business. However, Edgar's back pain has forced him to take frequent breaks, which means he's spending more time resting than working. This has led to him missing out on deck activities, staying in his bunk to manage his pain. Sig, unaware of the extent of Edgar's condition, eventually notices his brother's absence from the deck and checks on him. He finds Edgar in his bunk struggling with pain, and is surprised and concerned that Edgar hadn't mentioned anything earlier. This discovery happens at the end of their fishing trip, which complicates matters as there's a lot of money tied up in their fishing haul. As the season ends well for everyone, new troubles are waiting to be faced by the team. Sig and Edgar's tough decisions. Sig confronts Edgar about his lack of communication and honesty regarding his health, especially since Edgar had assured him he was fit for the physically demanding work at sea.
You know, you signed a contract before you came up. It says, "Are you fit for duty?" And you said, "Yes."
The situation becomes tense as Sig tries to understand why Edgar would keep such a crucial issue confidential, particularly when it could jeopardize their business. The brothers find themselves at a crossroads between their familial duties and their business obligations. Sig is torn. He cares deeply for his brother, but is also frustrated by the potential risk to their business caused by Edgar's health issues. The conversation underscores the intense pressures of their profession and the personal sacrifices they both have to make. The discussion reveals deeper layers of their relationship, marked by a mix of frustration, concern, and the unspoken expectations they hold as family and business partners. Edgar's ongoing health problems might even threaten his future in crab fishing, a stark reality for both men. Despite the tensions and the serious nature of the discussion, it highlights the harsh realities of their lives as fishermen, where personal health and family loyalty often collide with the demanding nature of their business. The conversation ends with a sense of unresolved tension, emphasizing the complex balance they must maintain between caring for family and succeeding in a tough industry. Captain Sig Hansen is dealing with a difficult choice about how to handle health concerns while planning a crab fishing trip. He suggests that before anything else, the crew needs to visit a doctor to ensure everyone is healthy and ready for the challenges ahead. Sig emphasizes the risks of ignoring health issues, pointing out how problems could multiply, affecting not just the current season, but future ones too, potentially leading to bigger problems involving insurance and safety. Edgar Hansen, another experienced member of the crew, agrees with Sig's cautious approach. He argues that ignoring health problems is like using a temporary fix that might hide the real issue, which could get worse over time. Edgar understands that it's crucial to really know what the health problem is before going out to sea, where the physical demands can make any health issue much worse. Sig reiterates the importance of getting a doctor's approval before setting sail. He's genuinely relieved about making sure everything is checked and cleared. This careful planning is crucial because their job, fishing in the rough ocean, doesn't allow for mistakes, especially when they're out in the middle of nowhere. And that's not the whole story. The financial stakes are high in their line of work, as Sig points out. Every decision they make can seriously affect their earnings and safety. This makes it even more important to tackle any health issues head-on without taking shortcuts. Edgar shares his own recent health scares, which include sudden numbness and sharp pains, highlighting how unpredictable and troubling health problems can be for anyone, especially when far from medical help. As the team prepares for the upcoming crab season, the narrator reflects on the risks and potential rewards. Sig is driven to revisit a fishing spot that he hasn't touched in over 20 years, relying on old logs and memories to guide them back to potentially fruitful waters. This adds an element of anticipation and uncertainty as the crew gears up to re-explore areas that were once familiar but have now changed. The crew's readiness is crucial as they adapt to the demands of fishing for Bertie crabs, different from their usual catches. The narrator highlights how the history of their fishing spots intersects with personal stories and the evolution of their fishing tactics. This blend of past experiences with current ambitions paints a vivid picture of their life at sea. Captain Sig Hansen and his crew are navigating through a crucial time where personal health and professional challenges collide. Their decision to prioritize health and safety over rushing into the waters showcases their understanding of the ocean's unpredictability and the serious nature of their work. Every step they take is filled with considerations for their well-being and success, emphasizing the careful balance they must maintain to thrive in the demanding world of crab fishing. With tensions high between the Hansen brothers, the crew readies for more challenges, not knowing a breakdown is coming. Starting the season with high hopes, Captain Sig Hansen and his crew are facing a challenging crab fishing season, where they need to prove themselves to keep their jobs. The season's start is filled with tension and uncertainty as they launch their operations, hoping for a good haul of crabs. Sig expresses hope, but remains cautiously optimistic about what they might pull up from the depths. As they retrieve the first pots, the crew's excitement is palpable. Sig explains that they are fishing over a deep sea trench, a favorite hangout for crabs, which might increase their catch as they explore the area further.
Pot had crab in it, but this thing goes down into a trench, and so they like to kind of hang out on the sides.
This initial success brings a wave of relief and stirs hopes for a profitable season. Switching scenes to the Saga, located 240 miles northeast of Dutch Harbor, Captain Elliot Neese and his crew are also off to a promising start. Facing the challenge of filling one of the largest quotas in the fleet, Elliot focuses on not just locating crabs, but keeping up with their movements, adjusting his gear to stay on top of the shifting crab populations. Elliot stresses the importance of consistent effort and teamwork in achieving their goals. Celebrations are in order when they pull up a pot containing 72 crabs, the best catch so far this season, which boosts everyone's spirits. However, their high spirits are soon tested. During routine operations, a crane winch fails, causing a heavy pot to crash onto the deck, bringing their progress to a sudden stop. The broken winch is a critical issue, as it's essential for lifting and lowering the crab pots. Without it, they cannot continue fishing, which puts their entire season at risk. The crew rushes to figure out a solution to fix the crane, understanding that every moment the crane is down, they are losing valuable fishing time. Captain Neese quickly devises a plan to manage the situation. He decides to use a chain fall, an alternative lifting device, to handle the broken winch. This decision requires quick thinking and careful handling as they work against the unstable movements of the ship, rocked by the ocean waves. But the best is yet to come. Despite the challenging conditions, Captain Neese decides to tackle the problem himself, showcasing his commitment to his crew and the vessel. Climbing up to attach the chain fall, he works in precarious conditions, highlighting the dangerous nature of their work at sea. This episode is a vivid illustration of the unpredictable and often hazardous life of crab fishermen. They face not only the natural challenges of the sea, but also mechanical failures that can jeopardize their safety and livelihood. The crew's ability to adapt quickly to unexpected problems and their determination to keep pushing forward are crucial in the unforgiving environment of the Bering Sea. Each day brings new trials, and the constant risk of equipment malfunctions adds to the intense pressures of their job. Through it all, the camaraderie and skilled problem-solving of the crew shine as they navigate each obstacle, striving to make each fishing expedition successful despite the odds. In a critical moment, Elliot is reminded to move back to a safer area for operational coordination. He makes a crucial decision to aim for the hydro line to prevent the winch from crashing onto the deck, potentially saving lives by avoiding a serious accident. After safely removing the winch, Elliot thinks of a temporary solution. He plans to use a setup similar to the straight boom cranes of the 1970s, adapting old methods to solve new problems. The captain expertly threads a cable through the loops of the boom, extending down into the bucket. This allows the crane to lift and move pots without the need for the winch, keeping the Saga operational and in the fishing game. This resourcefulness is a testament to their ability to handle unexpected challenges. As they solve one problem, they immediately turn their attention to the next, maintaining a constant pace of work and adaptation. The crew narrowly avoids what could have been a disastrous event, thanks to the hydraulic system kicking in just in time. The relief is palpable. They are grateful that the breakdown didn't result in any injuries. Now they focus on their main task, hauling pots. This job is demanding, requiring constant attention and stamina. Just when they think the worst is over, a huge storm threatens to test their skills and bravery. Keith's important Beardy season. 210 miles northeast of Dutch Harbor, Captain Keith Colburn starts the Beardy crab season aboard the Wizard.
Losing the extra king crab just makes it that much more important that we catch this tanner crab in a timely manner.
This season is particularly important as their income has been significantly reduced due to smaller king crab hauls. As they work through the night, the outcome of their efforts remains uncertain but critical for their financial success. The reduced earnings from king crab catches have made a successful Beardy season essential. As Captain Colburn guides his ship through waters dotted with starfish, he is in stark contrast to the muddy areas where Beardy crabs are usually found. The seafloor here tells a different story, one of ecological variety and the challenges of finding the right fishing spots. On the Cape Caution, Captain Wild Bill Wichrowski is 2 days into his crab hunt. With the king crab season winding down, he prepares to secure his catch and brace for impending bad weather.
Be real careful. Keep your eyes on the water. Don't turn your back.
The urgency is heightened by reports of a super typhoon developing south of Japan, expected to bring unprecedented low-pressure conditions. This news makes finishing up not just a matter of routine, but of racing against time. Captain Wichrowski is determined to secure his equipment and head to port before the storm, known as Nori, arrives. With still 71 pots to collect from the southern waters, the task is formidable. The sea conditions make navigation and equipment handling particularly challenging. He takes this opportunity to instruct Miles Johnson, a young crew member on his first outing in rough seas. The captain emphasizes the importance of careful preparation and safety, advising that securing the pots correctly is crucial. This advice underscores the balance of speed and caution necessary in their line of work, especially under the threat of a looming storm. The crew emphasizes the importance of remaining alert and diligent, whether working on the upper decks or below. They remind each other that everyone shares the concern about the stability of the upper stack of crab pots, highlighting that no one is alone in their worries. Tensions rise when discussing past incidents where new responsibilities did not go as planned for team members such as Miles. Miles, who had a troubling experience in his previous season, is particularly affected. He was hit in the face by an 800-pound crab pot during his first time working at the rail. This accident has left him somewhat wary and cautious about his duties. Such apprehension is not uncommon in the harsh and unpredictable environment of the Bering Sea, which is known for its sudden and fierce mood swings. And that's not all. After fulfilling their quota for king crab, the crew's next task is to return the extra crabs back to the sea. This procedure demands extreme care and constant vigilance. The sea is unpredictable, and turning one's back on it, even for a moment, could lead to dangerous situations. Captain Wild Bill Wichrowski is on a tight schedule with an urgent mission: to secure and store the crab pots quickly as Typhoon Nori looms on the horizon. The crew has only 23 pots left to secure, and the pressure is mounting to complete these tasks before they are caught in the potentially catastrophic storm. Miles is thrust into a challenging and unfamiliar role, tasked with handling the crab pots in conditions that are new to him. The impending super typhoon adds a layer of pressure, testing his abilities in this critical and stressful situation. His teammates observe that Miles appears uncomfortable and unsure in his new role, likening his tentative movements to those of a newborn learning to walk. His visible discomfort, coupled with the challenge of navigating through 50 miles per hour winds and 25-foot seas, underscores the danger and difficulty of the task. Many crew members empathize, recalling their own initial struggles with similar responsibilities on the ship. In such perilous working conditions, following safety protocols becomes even more crucial. The crew is consistently reminded to double-check and even triple-check their work to ensure everything is securely fastened. A minor oversight, such as a poorly secured pot, could cause a shift in the load and destabilize the boat, leading to disastrous consequences. Captain Wild Bill Wichrowski emphasizes the critical need for each crab pot to be secured with exactly 3 ties, explaining that this rule is essential for the safety of everyone on board. The ship's stability depends on the gear being securely tied down, as the violent movements of the sea can cause any unsecured pots to shift, posing a serious risk to the boat's balance and safety. Are these crazy crab hauls worth the risk, or is the danger too high for the reward? Tell us what you think, and remember to like and subscribe for more.